Will Jack Della Maddalena take out Gilbert Burns and get one step closer to a title shot? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
I think Gilbert gets it done. I think Gilbert wrestles him. I don't know. I've seen JDM gas out, and I've never seen Gilbert gas out in the fight.
I think this is a layup for Gilbert. You know, I think Gilbert, like, if you go back and watch Jack's last fight, he got kind of exposed on the ground, and I think Gilbert's going to be able to do the same exact thing.
I'll go with Gilbert, especially after what he did to my buddy Neil. It shows that he can adapt. He was a lot more explosive in that one than everyone was expecting, including Neil. So, yeah, I'll go with Burns.
Man, it's hard to bet against Gilbert, man. He's a monster. I got Gilbert winning. I think Gilbert on the feet is dangerous. I mean, what are you going to do, take him down? I mean, he's a world-class grappler, so I think with that, I got Gilbert.
That's an interesting fight. That's a really interesting fight. And that one, I mean, I think I'm going to take Gilbert in that one, man. I think Jack, tough guy, you know what I'm saying? He's been on a roll. He's doing things, but it's inevitable. The longer you stay in, the more killers you fight, the more, your holes are kind of exposed. I think if he doesn't get Gilbert out of there in the first round, I think Gilbert's grappling is going to be a problem too. Jack has really good grappling. He has really good defense, but he definitely has the advantage on the feet. Like, Jack has better boxing. Like, Gilbert's really explosive and dangerous with his striking, but I wouldn't say he's like necessarily like someone who's like a tactician, or you know what I'm saying? He's not, he's got big bombs that are very dangerous. But I think Gilbert, he has a better gas tank. I think his will is a little bit stronger. I think Gilbert's gonna pull it out.
Gilbert Burns.
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Because like Gilbert Burns is a different Gilbert Burns every time you step in the cage. Like, every time you see Gilbert, it's like he kind of fight to his the level of his opponents. I say now, you know what I'm saying? Like when he fought Kamaru Usman, he dropped Kamaru Usman, you know what I'm saying? And it's just the game plan. Like, he stayed on the ground, and Kamaru Usman kind of took advantage to recover and stuff like. So it's just like he fight to his opponents, you know what I'm saying, like level. And I feel like he a high level fighter, and I feel like he can get the job done. But again, that's when So I feel like it's a toss up. I feel like Gilbert Burns can had the potential to be the 170 champion. So hey, like, I really feel like he had a good run at the title, but how he fought against Hamzat, like, if he fight anybody else like that, he'll murder him. You know what I'm saying? He'll kill him. But I seen a couple of his other fights, he looks slow. He just fade. I don't know. Like, so I don't really know which Gilbert Burns gonna show up that night. So it's just a toss up.
Do you think he'll still beat Jack? He is the favorite in the fight, I think. Do you think that's fair for him to be a betting favorite?
Yeah, I mean, it's fair for him. Yeah, definitely fair for him. Like, every time, I think, that's what I say. I feel like anybody that Gilbert Burns fight, is fair that he be the favorite.
Gilbert Burns. I think that he'll be able to push the pace, and if anything, we've seen in that Chimaev fight that he's still got it. He's still got a chin. Jack's got like fucking, he's got some of the best boxing in that division. And he can wrestle and grapple too, but there's levels to that game. So
I didn't know that fight was happening. That's exciting. Jack Magdalena, Gilbert Burns.
I think Burns. I think Burns will get that one, honestly. He's got great jiu-jitsu, strong, and again, he's another guy that's seen it all. He's a vet. He's seen everything, fought the best guys, and experience is a big thing in the sport.
Oh, that's Jack. Just because Gilbert he's damn near 40 at this point, right? And Jack Della he hits hard for sure.
I think Gilbert's gonna get the grappling. I mean, he's gonna do both, but I think he's gonna maybe sub him.
Man, Gilbert Burns, man. Every single Gilbert Burns fight you watch, he's never out of it. He is always the kind of fighter that you've seen him fight Kamzat. You see him fight everybody Burns has fought. He takes it to him. So I'm gonna go with Burns.
Gilbert Burns. Jack Della Maddalena, I studied him a little bit just because Basel, his only UFC fight was against Jack. And so I watched a lot of Jack's fights, or I didn't watch a lot of Jack's fights. I watched the fight with him and Basel over and over again. So I kind of got the gist of his style and how he fights. And Gilbert Burns, in my opinion, has always been one of the overlooked guys inside of the welterweight division. He's kind of a scary guy. That's a fight that there's nobody in the welterweight division that I would say I wouldn't want to fight, but that's a guy that I probably wouldn't pick to fight is Gilbert Burns. So I'm going with Gilbert Burns there.
I'm gonna go with Gilbert. Same thing with Poirier and Saint Denis. I think Gilbert's experience will shine in that fight.
I think Gilbert Burns, man. I think his grappling, his wrestling, and his jiu-jitsu is gonna show up in that fight for sure.
I'll go with Gilbert Burns.
As a fan of the man himself, I have to pick Gilbert Burns there.
I really like Gilbert Burns, but Jack has the Jack. I feel like Jack is gonna get it done.